What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 10 reasons that I think a lot of people are losing money in NFTs. And some of these reasons you may not even realize are affecting you, and you might just be forgetting about it. So if you're excited to hear about my list and get into this video, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, smash that thumbs up button, and we'll get into it. Alright guys, so the first thing up on my list is you are buying hype that you noticed on Twitter a few hours too late most of the time, and you're buying in probably at the top. So a good rule of thumb is if you hear it from your favorite influencers, it's more than likely too late and the price is already pumped, unless you're literally within 30 seconds of their tweet. Because some of these guys like Alex Becker, Elio Trades, Journey Crypto, they post a tweet and within 2 minutes, whatever their information was, everybody knows. So it's really important to keep that in mind when you're buying into hype. For example, the Kaiju Kings. I remember when these were kind of popping off on Twitter, everyone was talking about them. Everyone was buying in. I know a lot of people got in at the 3 and 4 ETH price, and since then it hasn't done much. And if you'd bought in, under an Ethereum or a little over Ethereum, you'd be in profits. But if you bought at the peak at the top, you're at the highest risk. And if you believe in the project long term, you're fine. But still, you want to minimize risk by not buying at the top. So that's going to be number one. Number two on the list is you waited too long to take profits and you rode the wave all the way down and you sold for a loss. This happens all the time. You'd actually be surprised. I think people underestimate how important the exit strategy really is. And you really need to ask yourself and really look at yourself in the mirror and say, what price am I willing to sell this at? At what point do I say, look, I got to think about taking profits here. And you got to have that conversation with yourself before the pivotal moment happens, or you're going to end up like this dude. He says, oh my God, the price is crashing. I better sell so I don't lose it all. That is the classic sheep mentality of traders who don't know what they're doing. They FOMO into stuff at the top. They sell for a loss. And this is the problem when you're going in for a quick buck like this dude here. He invested $2,500 into crypto, and 1 week later, he's not a millionaire and he's upset. And that's the general sentiment with crypto. People think you put in money, you pull out $1 million tomorrow, and that's not really the reality. Let's be honest here. If it was, everybody would be a billionaire right now, and that's just not the case. So don't be that guy. Don't be buying at the peaks. Just like the first thing I told you guys in the video. It's just if there's a thing you want to get, just wait for the bear market and buy it then. If you really want it, it'll still be around if it's still a good project, and you can buy it then for a cheaper price. And number three, you are exclusively buying mints and not diversifying into mid-tier blue chips and high top blue chips. If you're constantly investing in new mints, you may do okay, but I see the same thing with like day traders who think they can outtrade the market, and they end up 9 times out of 10 not beating the market. And so constantly doing flips, you're gonna strike gold 2 out of 10 times, and you're gonna eat it 7 or 8 out of 10 times. So I wouldn't exclusively do mints. I would definitely think about diversifying and getting into projects like these top ones, like Doodles. A lot of the mid-tier blue chips are still in the 1 to 4 Ethereum range, which is pretty manageable for a lot of people who've been trading for a good bit, and you've amassed a couple good flips. Maybe you've done some mints. And you want to get into some projects like maybe CryptoPunk, well, probably not CryptoPunks. Jungle Freaks by Mosley is really popular right now. The Kaiju Kings are popular. Mechaverse may make a comeback, who knows? The Bungie project. There's a lot of projects. Head DAO. I know, what's it called? Doge Pounds up here with Creature. I know these are a lot of mid-tier projects people are talking about as blue chips. So you want to have some mid-tier blue chips or normal blue chips as a hedge against a lot of your mints, because a lot of your mints they're not going to fall through, chances are. So you just want to make sure you're diversified and you're not just exclusively buying mints. And exclusively buying blue chips might be okay, but I definitely think buying mints and flipping them is a great stepping stone to getting to bigger and better blue chips. All right, and the fourth reason you might be losing money in NFTs is you are not following me on Twitter here. This is my Twitter. If you're not going to follow me, at least follow some of the people I'm following. I've gotten probably half my alpha from people on Twitter randomly, and then the other half comes from me scouring the web at 2 in the morning. But yeah, this is my Twitter. I retweet things that I think are funny. I think they're that are important as far as perspective in the markets and stuff like that. So I follow a bunch of good people. I also come up with some good, some original tweets. So it's not a bad place to be. And then if you're not in there or in my Discord, we have the Joyage Discord. We talk NFTs, we talk crypto. We talk all the things online. It started because of my NFT project that sold out. That's how I got it all started. Shout out Fidel. And now I have my own little community of people. I love you guys. Shout out everybody in there. We have so much fun talking in there all the fucking time, dude. Every day, every morning I wake up and there's like 37 messages in the Discord. It's so funny. I love it. I love it. The fifth reason you might be losing money in NFTs and not even knowing it, this is a big one, is the gas fees. You kind of forget. You don't really think about the gas fees because when you have your NFT on OpenSea, you just see what you bought it for. Don't forget about the gas fees. You don't want to be buying at peak hours and paying 3, 4, 5, 6 times the gas of what a normal transaction should be. The gas shouldn't be this expensive regardless, but that is the reality of it. So try and wait till the nighttime if you can. Sixth reason you're not making money in NFTs, or you might be losing money in NFTs, is you're not active enough on Nansen AI. You're not active enough on crypto and NFT Twitter. You're not active enough in various Discords like I am here, well allocated in a bunch of different Discords. You want to stay as up to date and as with the times as you can in NFTs, especially because this world moves so fucking fast. It is impossible to keep up unless you're paying attention. So Nansen AI has a paid subscription to a website that's really, really important, that you get to kind of see the whales, where the volume is, where it's not. And it's just like a hack. You gotta have it for NFTs. There's no other way around it. You want to be on crypto and NFT Twitter. You want to know what the general sentiment around is. You want to see where the hype is. You want to see what people are talking about, what they're not talking about. And it's just very, very important to be in. Otherwise, you will not make it in this space. The third place you definitely need to be is Discord. If you've never heard of Discord, it's very much like a bunch of Facebook private groups or something like that for each NFT project. Good place to be to hang out, to kind of find out what projects have diamond holders, which projects have a bunch of beginners. They're going to be saying things like, why is the floor dropping? When moon? Those are the type of projects you want to get the fuck out of. You want to be in projects where people are actually talking about shit, sound like they know what they're talking about, because these are people who wouldn't have bought a stupid project more than likely. So it's just good to be in the know. You definitely want to be doing these things. You probably will not make it if you're not using all three of these platforms. All right, number 7 is you're not looking closely enough at the new mints to determine whether or not they will be successful. So I have a little bit of a spider sense, a little natural, just gut feeling about things. I look at it, I'm like, I don't think so, and I've done that very well the past few months. It took me a while. It took a few months of passing up on opportunities and realizing, damn, I could have bought that and I'd be a millionaire right now, and I missed on some of those, but I've learned I don't make the same mistake twice. So for example, not to shit on this project at all, but this project, Crypto Zombies, was doing very well as far as Nansen AI said. A lot of notable buyers were in. Activity volume was going nuts, and I was like, you know what, this project might sort of moon a little bit. Maybe I should toss some money in here. The floor price, after all, is 0.04. It was 0.03 when I found it. It minted for 0.05 30 minutes before I found out about this project. I just found it scouring OpenSea activity, and I was just looking at it, and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. So I went to their website, and this is what I talk about when I say you need to do 5 minutes of research. It really doesn't take a whole day of research. You can find enough information in just a quick glance at their stuff. So I went to their website. Looked sort of shitty, to be honest, not gonna lie. The art looked like it was almost there, but for some reason I just got an inkling of like, this isn't gonna make it. I don't know why. Not to shit on them at all, not to shit on the art at all, but just for me, I had a gut instinct, and I was like, something's off here. I don't know what it is. They have staking. They were really, really pushing the staking, which, as you know, with DAO Turtles, it's probably going to get these guys delisted. Not a great sign. The roadmap is very just standard as fuck, pushing the token especially. A fully anonymous team, not a big fan of that. And then it didn't even tell me when it was going to reveal. So, like, there wasn't, I don't know, just didn't get a bunch of good vibes. So I was like, I don't know. And I ended up holding off. It's been a few hours since the initial hype. Nothing has happened here. Probably a good decision on my part. I checked their Twitter out, and just because I was like, I don't know, this and I was really on the fence about this. I thought this project might do well. I couldn't decide. I ended up staying out of it, and I'm glad I did. But they have 10,000 followers, but 2 people I know are following them, and they both take, or one of them takes like ads and promotional stuff. So that's not really a big sign for me. And they had like 30,000 people in Discord, I think, and it took like 4 hours to sell out, and something just didn't seem right. So I alerted my Discord in here, I said, hey guys, if you're thinking of minting crypto zombies, I would advise against it. It looks kind of fishy. Twitter seems to, oh yeah, and I was going through their Twitter, and there's a lot of shills, like really just random ass shills, and I was like, this looks weird. Like, why is everyone talking? Like, I don't know, it just sounded scripted. It felt weird. So my gut says stay away. Something doesn't seem right. And then, yeah, I think I was right here. So it's just not to shun this project at all. I just am using this as an example. It might be a great project. I have no fucking idea. But yeah, you just want to make sure you're doing a little bit of research. Make sure you really like that project. Just because people are buying it does not mean it's going to go up in value and people are going to want it. And that kind of ties to number 8, which is basically just don't look at the numbers. Don't worry about 30,000 people in their Discord. There's bots. Don't worry about 10,000 followers on Twitter. You can buy followers on Twitter. You just don't know. You can't trust just numbers. Look at who's following, the caliber of person that's following, that's talking about it. Look through the mentions. Like, look up the name. Like, I typed in crypto zombies on Twitter, and I just looked at what was trending as far as people tweeting about it. What were people saying? And it was just all weird sounding shills. And I was like, this don't sound right. So you just want to make sure you're not looking at the numbers. There's true value here. You want to look at the team, the developers, what the roadmap, at least what their plans are moving forward. You want to make sure everything checks out before you just ape into a fucking mint. 8 times out of 10, you're going to get burned. Number 9, this is literally just jumping off that too. Just listen to your gut feeling. You need to earn that gut feeling. My gut feeling 3 months ago sucked. It was horrible. It literally was wrong every time. It's been a long 3 months since then, but I've since gotten really good, really fucking good. And now I trust my gut. When I feel something, I just go. I don't even second guess. I stopped letting myself overthink it. I'm like, do I think that's going to go well? I'm like, I mean, yeah, okay. And you go. But if there's anything, a little hesitation, I take a step back, I look at all the information, and then I go with my gut. It's really important that you build that self-confidence and self-reliance, self-reliability, and that's built through just putting in the fucking work, and you get more confident naturally. So if you're excited to hear the last piece of advice on my list, make sure you hit the subscribe button and you've liked this video. Number 10, you're not paying attention to the trends and their success rates of trends. For example, with the crypto zombies I was talking about earlier, how well have zombie projects done? I didn't ask myself that question until a few hours later, after I didn't buy, so it didn't matter, but it's important. I mean, how many zombie specific projects have actually worked? Almost none. Zombie Toads is doing okay. It had a bit of a dip, obviously, but it got up to 0.7, but that's pretty much the only zombie project that's done well. And you just want to think about that. You know, you're like, okay, well, if zombies don't do well, why would this one randomly do well? And that's just something extra you got to ask yourself. So basically this entire video has been me just telling you over and over again to take that extra step, that extra 10 minutes of research, and just figure out, what is this project about? Who are the developers? Can they handle something legit? You know, if 50,000 people come to the platform, are they going to be able to handle it and come out on the other side and increase value and utility in the metaverse? And these are all questions you need to answer. And if you are answering these questions and you are asking these questions, you're going to do amazing in this NFT market. So guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned anything new or you enjoyed yourself, please hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed. If you want to see more, click one of these boxes on the other side of me, and I will see you later. Peace.